Mark's speech, he asked us to focus on a few specific items. He really asked us to focus on three things during his speech, or asked me to focus on three things to evaluate. One was to bring us into the story. Did he do that? Two was, did it cause us to reflect on our own experiences? And three was trying to evolve the five senses. And so on the first one, did Mark bring us into the story? I think he definitely did. I think some of the phrases he used and some of the vivid detail that he gave in that speech, like approaching room 13B, really brought me back to some experiences I had at that age. And I think for all the males in the room, an 8th grade boy, that's probably the worst, most awkward time in your life. And going back and trying to imagine standing in front of a group, giving a presentation, being unprepared, you really grabbed me, and I could vividly remember some of my own experiences. So you brought us into the story. You definitely caused me to reflect back on some of my own experiences. And so I think on those two items, you were very successful. In terms of the five senses, smell, taste, touch, see, and hear, I think you really got some of those across very well. So some of the ones that I noted were when you, in terms of see, you made us see our 8th grade teacher in the makeup caked on her face. I mean, it was like you held a microscope back in your own memory and showed us things that you saw that were burned in your brain from many years ago. Smell. I can still smell janitor's powder when I got on the bus. I know exactly what you're talking about, and there's only one smell of perfume puke that you can ever really describe, and that's janitor's powder. Here, you definitely hear Mrs. Mayhew scream, "Rendezvous!" I could hear that. I could really see that burned into your memory and that sound that you'll always remember. The two senses that I did not pick up was, one of those was touch. And I didn't get touch. And so I was thinking, kind of brainstorming, how could you have brought touch into your story? And I thought you really described those nylon pants pretty well. And I thought maybe if you would have taken your hands and maybe run them down your legs and go, I could feel the frayed nylon and the rough texture from all the years of my brother wearing those pants. That might have been a good way to bring touch into the story. And one that's really hard is taste. And I don't know if I got taste out of the speech, but one of the thoughts I had was that smell of perfume puke and the chemical taste that might leave in your mouth or something like that, because that was really a tactile thing that you described. So overall, I mean, the only other comment, I think the content of the speech was great. You're a great speaker. I think you always had a tremendous amount of experience and great storytelling in your speeches, and I was riveted, so I think it was very successful in that regard. The one issue, of course, is time, and I think that if the only thing I can suggest is practicing in front of a mirror with a timer and trying to make sure that time limit is reached, but overall very successful.